right, welcome back and time to answer your portfolio queries. I have with me Gautam Kalia, Head Super Investor, Mid Asset Sharekhan. Gautam, hi, good evening. Welcome to the show. I'm also joined by our first viewer, Harsheel Joshi, who will be asking his question now live. Harsheel, hi, good evening. You can ask your question.
This is Hardik Joshi.
Hi.
Madam, I
Hi.
wanted to hello. I
Yeah,
wanted to
please tell
invest
me.
in mutual fund. Could you please suggest me a good fund with good return? So I have few mutual funds in my portfolio, like Motilal Oswal Mid Cap, Parag Parikh Flexi Cap, Nippon India Large Cap, UPI Multi Cap. So apart
Sure.
from these, could you please suggest some? Because I am a lump sum investor,
Got it.
I am looking to invest some funds. So could you please suggest over and above
Sure.
these funds, what could give me a good return? So
This will
I
be
can
for
take
how
risk.
many years? How many years?
Hello.
How many years?
Uh, of the investment you are talking about,
Yeah, yeah.
I recently started. I mean, I
You
was
will be investing
recently.
for how many years? For how many years do you want to stay invested?
Okay. So I want to stay in maybe 3 to 5 years from now.
You
So
cannot
five
take a
years
lot
you
of
can say
risk if
5 years.
that's the time frame. You cannot take a lot of risk. You cannot have like an all equity approach if that's the time frame. Can I make it 7+ years for you? Is that possible?
Okay. Okay. Fine, madam.
Yeah. All right. All right. Thank you so much for asking your question. I believe you're at work and you can't be there on the phone line for a very long time. So thank you so much.
Yeah.
Gautam.
Yeah, so let me just quickly get to the answer since time is short. I think the funds that you mentioned that you're already investing in, those are okay, except for maybe UTI Multicap since it's a new fund, so you may want to consider Nippon India Multicap instead. Otherwise, Bandhan Small Cap Fund you can consider as well as Motilal Oswal Large and Mid Cap Fund, which is not part of your list. My suggestion would be that you build a large cap bias portfolio. So ensure that you have about 30% allocated to Nippon India large cap, 15% allocated to Motilal Oswal large and mid cap fund. Your Motilal Oswal mid cap fund and Bandhan small cap should not have more than 25% allocation. And the remaining allocation should be between the Nippon India multi cap and Parag Parikh flexi cap.
Major, you
All
are
right.
saying
So
I should have in Motilal Oswal Mid Cap Fund, right?
Motilal Oswal mid cap and Bandhan small cap should not exceed 25% of your allocation.
Okay, Bandhan Small Cap. Okay. And
Yeah,
could you
please.
suggest some good small cap funds? I think Bandhan is giving good returns from the
Yes,
past. So
yes.
I don't have currently that in my portfolio. Should I add that now based on the market conditions, or
Yes,
what would
yes,
you
that's
suggest?
what I'm suggesting. That's exactly what I'm suggesting. Add Bandhan Small Cap Fund to your portfolio, but make sure that your allocation is biased towards large cap, which is Nippon India large cap as well. So
Okay.
don't. So typically, what people are making the mistake is they are adding too much allocation to mid and small cap space. So don't do that right now because large caps are undervalued relatively. That's why I'm suggesting that look at more allocation in the large cap space.
okay, all the best for your portfolio. We move on and let's take Kishor's question. And 9,000 rupees investment. He's doing an SIP, SBI Contra, Motilal Oswal Mid Cap, Nippon India Small Cap, SBI Multi Cap, SBI Retirement Fund, SBI Healthcare Opportunity. 1 CR in 15 years. Total portfolio value is somewhere around 2,75,000. And I don't think we have him on the phone line. Do we have him on the phone line? No, okay. So the SIP amount is 9,000 rupees and too many funds and majorly concentration in SBI. Gautam.
Yes. Hello. Yeah. Yes. So what I'll say to Kishore is that he wants to reach 1 crore after 15 years, corpus. And at the current investment rate, which is 9,000, he will end up reaching only about 60 lakhs, assuming a 12% return per annum and including his existing investment value of 2.75 lakhs. So Kishore will have to increase his SIP to about 17,000 rupees a month. And only then he will be able to reach that 1 crore in 15 years that he's targeting. When we talk about his investments and his schemes, again, I see very little exposure to large cap. So I would like to make some minor adjustments to his SIPs and add a one fund in the large cap category. So ICICI Prudential large cap fund he should invest in, and a total of 2,000 rupees per month should go into that out of his 9,000 rupees SIP that is going. He can reduce 500 from Motilal Oswal Mid Cap, SBI Multi Cap, SBI Contra Fund, as well as SBI Healthcare Opportunities. So these places he can reduce that 500 each, and that totals to 2,000 that he should then invest in ICICI Prudential Large Cap Fund.
All right, I think that's the portfolio for Kishore, and he can move from Motilal Oswal to ICICI Pru large cap to a large cap scheme. All right. We can take Urvi's question also. I think we have time for that. Gautam, do you have a question?
Yes, yeah.
Okay. Too many funds. I will not read out the fund's name. But what will be your recommendation? Okay, before that, I think, I have something to ask you on Kishore's questions. Now, considering I don't have him on the phone line, a lot of time what happens is investors want to increase their SIP amount or want to add a new fund. Now, considering the basis of the fund mix that you've recommended, it's very well diversified. I want to understand how will it be possible for them to add one more fund, and of what category should that be?
Understood. So basically, what happens is, and typically I've seen this across most portfolios, is that clients end up looking at past performance, 1, 3, 5 years, and they end up investing in those products. And then when they come to an advisor like me or anyone, we have to look at it from a core and satellite approach. We have to look at it as a long-term portfolio, which will help in value creation, wealth creation. So we try to ensure that it is representative. The allocation is appropriate in terms of the cap sizes and the strategy, whether it's tilted towards growth or value or it's a blend style. So whenever you're adding a scheme as an individual investor, you're adding a scheme, you need to look at how it's changing your portfolio. Is it de-risking your portfolio, or is it increasing your concentration risk or tilt of your portfolio? Because you may have a bias in terms of maybe it's a AMC bias, it's a fund manager
Right.
bias, it's a cap bias. So those things we have to keep in mind.
All right, Gautam, I think with that, it's time up on the show. Thank you so much for taking time out and helping our viewers with their financial portfolio and their financial goals queries. And for our viewers, I'm going to leave you with our WhatsApp number and email ID where you can send across your questions. Thank you so much for watching. Goodbye.